Tiger, who goes by 369 Any, is an artist for the sake of being an artist. Everything he does is with incredible passion and empathy. His most popular project, the Bangor Mall, which is a mini documentary about the Bangor Mall, has over 26,000 views. Today we'll hear about his obsession with the Bangor Mall, his artistic philosophy, and creative process.
Is that his real name?
What are you talking about?
Tiger. Is Tiger his real name?
Yeah, it's the name he gave me.
No, but is that like his government name?
What does that matter?
I'm just asking.
The video.
It's not like you.
I'm talking.
Tiger is a very.
Yeah, no, you are.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking right now.
That's all right.
Just watch the video, and maybe he'll talk about it. You're holding up the video right now. Just watch the video.
You could really feel that this place had been, at one point in time, just the center of it all, like the centerpiece of community, of recreation, shopping. That's really where, my the spark began. And then it would be one full year later, one full year after that moment. This streetlight, by the way, is one of my least favorite streetlights on Stillwater Avenue.
Why is that?
Just this arrow could just use some retiming. I came here just with no knowledge or clue of what Maine was. However, I will say, upon crossing the state line, I drove across the country, and when I saw the welcome home sign, I just there was just this feeling that washed over me that I was truly home. Within the first 2 weeks, I knew deep down, I'd found my spot. I'm not just trying to blanket romanticize Maine, because the longer you're here, the clearer the picture comes into focus. And so it's I like to dive into, the good and the bad. The woods of Maine just helped me heal and reach just a place of peace in my mind that I never, when you're in the thick of it, when you're just when you have those emotions, you can't picture a life outside of hating yourself. But Maine really helped me get there. And so that's all I could ever hope to do for Maine is pay it forward. Maine helped me so much. It helped me grow, helped me mature, become a better person. And so I am here to do the same for Maine in whatever capacity I can. Everyone has their favorite place to park here, but this is my spot. Come on in. Rome is in the middle of collapse. I mean, yeah, I think the story of the Bangor Mall is a story of neglect. A lot of us, honestly, I think we as people, we kind of mirror the, we and the mall are on a similar journey. We're getting hollowed out, we're getting sold, neglected, not taken care of, not invested in. And that is kind of how the building fell into disarray. It's like the Spider-Man meme, everyone pointing fingers. But as you know, that greed is sort of built into the blueprint and the framework. And so from the get-go, people were letting things go to the back burner, letting the building fall into disarray. And that's kind of where we arrived today, is just I think about all the people that just came here with childhood memories and stuff like that, and grew up going to the mall. And for me, my love of this place is firmly rooted as a place of community. Even right now, I appreciate just being able, it's a great place to walk. It's a great place to just vibe out. Look, you have church service here. I don't even know what's going on in there. I wish I could have seen it in its heyday, honestly, because you think about that, and Bangor doesn't really have that right now. Bangor doesn't have a place where everyone's coming together and meeting up. And I mean, you have events, and I like the Bangor Mall Craft Fair sort of is it gives you a dose of what it once was. So it's crazy to think that people were at one point in time just so bunched together, you were maneuvering your way through crowds and crowds of people in the heyday. What I would really like to see is it can become a place where you run into friends again, you go for a walk. You don't necessarily need to spend money or consume, because there's plenty of things to do, or there's people to see. This was the beating sort of capitalistic heart of the area for a long time. And now she's just she's flatlining, she's low. The story is still ongoing, which I think is so funny. We just have not even reached an endpoint yet. And so I'm hopeful. I'm sort of a delusional optimist where I just ignore the realities of like what will probably happen. And so, you know, I'm hopeful, but I also am realistic. Bangor gets a bad rap. There is like a dark cloud that sits over Bangor. And I guess like, it's hard to put words on, honestly. It's hard to put words on. I think like you just see like, you know, you see empty rooms, you see spots like this, and just with a little, you know, you lower the rent a little bit, you get, someone can be in here. There could be something happening. You know, there could be something for people to do, but there's not. You know, I think it's like, it's that glaring potential. The mission is not complete. You know, there is room for things to be positive. There's room for like legitimately positive change and just something like productive and nice for the community to happen here. And I think that is like where a lot of my emotions come from, is because it's like, we're not past the point of no return yet. Like there's still things that could be done. There's still, you know, moves to be made. And I think they should happen. I don't have the political know-how to actually like get in the city council and affect things, but as an artist, I could sort of like commemorate. It's sort of like what Stephen King was kind of tapping into with Maine. It's like, there's this gravity in Bangor that no one knows where it goes. Like any amount of things can be happening or taking place here, and you're just none the wiser. Part of being an artist in Maine especially is just adding legitimacy to what we do and throwing logs on the fire, you know, paying it forward, because there's lots of amazing artists and talent in Maine. And I definitely am like very, you know, I'm one to own that and to be confident about it. And I want to see all my creatives win. Bangor has this like unharnessed grunge. You know, there's still some like legitimate grunge here, which is very cool to see and very cool to tap into. I can tell when I'm just starting to ramble. Creation is the ultimate language of love. To me, it's just like what I'm here to do. Like I've met people who are put on this planet to like farm or, you know, do carpentry or fish or just do different things. And I am here to make art. For me, it's just like what has always come natural, what I love to do. And yeah, I just enjoy, you know, I enjoy putting out positive energy, optimism. In the world we have inherited today, I think, you know, artists play a vital role of painting a picture of what, you know, the future we want to see, the future we want to reach. Because I think there is an absence of imagination. Just keep going. You know, there have been times where I've wanted to give up, and I've been lucky to have people in my life to be like, don't give up. You know, you got something going on. I've been ready just to completely give up on creating and making art. And it's because people have believed in me and, you know, told me to keep going, that I feel, you know, very confident in myself and my ability to create. I'm actually planning on doing this later today. Dandelion capers are delicious and they're very yummy. Be an artist, bro. In this world, go pursue the dreams, man. Like all this noise, the, you know, getting cycled into some bullshit, because it's not worth it.
What is worth it?
Doing you. Nobody tells you this, but you have your whole life to figure it out. There's a lot of stress put on, you know, young people. Go to college, find a job, find a career. But, you know, you see people in their 30s and 40s just pivoting and changing career paths. There is no timeline. I'm going to interact with this environment a little bit. In this day and age, there's a lot of pressure to make something, put it out in the world, have it be received. And what I'll say, like, where my pride comes in is like, if I feel successful about something, if I set out to do something on a piece of art and like I pictured it from beginning to end, and I went out and I shot it and I made it happen and it feels successful to me, that's what makes me proud. You know, reception is like the bonus. I think success is probably just living in the present, honestly, and finding peace in yourself, you know, your ability to be there for yourself and others. It's just about paying it forward. It's passing the torch. You know, it's not about like me. I want to see all my creatives win. I don't think it's a flex for me if I make it alone, if I make it by myself. I'm trying to be post individual, post like, oh, if I made it, it's great. It's like, how many people can you bring up with you? Have you seen the movie Sky High?
Yeah.
It's pointless to give people advice. It's pointless to tell people what to do. You just got to lead by example. You got to just like do that with yourself. And if people, you know, if they're around you, if they're in your sphere, they'll tap in, they'll see it. And so I guess to anyone who's watching, I don't know how much of this is going to make it into the video, but if you're still watching, like, thanks for listening to me yap endlessly.
Like Tiger said, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it and want to see more, please subscribe and don't forget to leave a like. It really helps the channel out a lot. Until next time, I'll see you when I'm looking at you.